in a mansion full of toys and treats. One dog found something money can't buy: a second chance at life. Today's near-death experience focuses on a multimillionaire dog. Yep, that's right. We are exploring the near-death experience of a dog. We're talking about Trouble Helmsley, a Maltese dog that led a life of unparalleled luxury, thanks to an inheritance from its owner, hotel mogul Leona Helmsley. Trouble's owner, Leona Helmsley, wasn't just wealthy. She was infamous for her opulence and her sharp business tactics. She was known as the Queen of Mean in the press, and to be frank, she was a real boss, just like her puppy. She traveled around Manhattan in a stretch limo to and from her hotels like the New York Palace, with her dog Trouble on her lap. When she passed away in 2007, the Queen of Mean shocked the world when she bequeathed her beloved dog Trouble a whopping $12 million. Yes, you heard that right. She left her dog millions upon millions of dollars. Ultimately, Trouble got stiffed though when the 12 mil got scaled back to 2 million by a court. But that's still more than most humans see in a lifetime. In a move that shocked everyone, this pampered pup got more than Leona's disinherited grandkids. As Leona's will stipulated, Trouble Helmsley would spend her final golden years living in the lap of luxury. His yearly expenses ran up to $300,000, including a $100,000 bill for security, $8,000 for grooming, and up to $18,000 for medical bills due to kidney issues. Add this all up and you've got one high-maintenance furball. But Trouble wasn't just pampered. She was problematic. Her teeth had a history of causing trouble, leading to a lawsuit from a former caretaker. See what I did there? Trouble caused trouble. Anyways, threats against Trouble's life began. The rich bitch was a target because of her wealth. Trouble kept receiving letters and notes threatening to take her by force. This was very alarming, and Trouble was forced to abandon her 28-room Greenwich, Connecticut estate and relocate to a discreet residence in Sarasota, Florida. Trouble traveled by private jet from New York to Florida in September 2007, flying under the alias Bubble to keep the ill-intentioned off her tail. Now here is where the story gets even juicier, so listen up. A letter from a psychic who speaks to deceased animals told us that in Florida, something unbelievable happened. Trouble spoke to the psychic in a dream, and heard how one night Trouble was feeling more restless than usual. Suddenly, on her way to take a midnight tinkle downstairs, the dog slipped near a grand staircase, but instead of tumbling down, she floated as if guided by an invisible force of air, landing softly at the bottom completely unscathed. Trouble was old at the time, so her reflexes were not all that intact. She should have slipped and died on the marble floor, but she didn't. She was somehow saved. From that day on, Trouble was different and transformed. Her aggressiveness disappeared, replaced by a newfound serenity. Even the biting incidents ceased. She was nicer to her caretaker and the maids in the house. Trouble was weaned off her rich diet. Whereas before she had been hand-fed crab cakes, cream cheese, and steamed vegetables with chicken during her time with Leona Helmsley. But now she was less spoiled and began dining on dog food from a can. She stopped biting the maids when they were cleaning the floor and folding the laundry. We can only wonder had Trouble crossed over to the other side, even briefly. Had she perhaps seen Leona, who showed her a different way? It's as if the dog had seen its life flash before its eyes and decided to make a change. Trouble lived out her remaining years, not just as a millionaire Maltese, but as a changed soul, leaving us to ponder the inexplicable mysteries of life and what lies beyond. Years later, the once snappy and spoiled pooch finally died. As Leona's will stipulated, Trouble would lie beside her in the 12,000 square foot Helmsley family mausoleum in Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Westchester County, New York. So there it is, a dog to riches to enlightenment tale that makes us question the very nature of existence. Before you go, think about this. If a dog with a 2 million inheritance can have a life-altering realization, what's stopping us? What are the moments that could change our lives, if we only let them? So, there you have it. A tale that reminds us that life's greatest lessons sometimes come when we least expect them, in forms we can't anticipate. Even a rich dog can learn new tricks. And maybe, just maybe, we can too. I hope you enjoyed the story. Love always, your favorite weirdo Zoe.